G'day, I'm Blake. We're here with Gauntlet Role-Playing Group. Yeah, we've got a couple of players. You may have another one or two jump in shortly, but we'll start rolling anyway. If you'd like to introduce your characters... Oh, extra cards on the table. If you'd like to introduce your characters' names and pronouns and something about them, something interesting about them, go for it.
Sure. I'm playing Elevor, a human druid who is basically just an animal-loving farmer who likes to go around doing whatever adventure is necessary and making friends with all the animals he meets along the way and turning into as many of them as he can.
And I will be playing Fraxinus, Dragonborn Immolator. And he's got mysterious fire magic and nebulous powers of peering into people's souls. His purpose in the Nentir Vale is to kind of try to prevent or try to kind of like oversee the development of what seems to be the next, what could be the next big empire in this era after the great collapse of the Dragonborn regime. And he's here basically to not necessarily guide it to grow in size and strength, but basically try to keep it at a manageable level. And if it seems to be getting, if civilization seems to be developing to a destabilizing degree, to knock over the anthill. But, that's long range stuff. For now, you've got nothing to worry about from Fraxinus.
Thoughtfully seditious.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Just
maybe keep trying to keep the civilization too preoccupied with itself to grow would be the best way to think about it.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Okay.
Loot's nice too.
I haven't got any messages, so cool bananas. Alright. So last time you went up to the sword barrow. Fought a bunch of shadows. It's like, oh, it is going to come up. It's really good. Yeah, see what... Is my mouse going to work? Yeah, so you went up to the sword barrow. Fought quite a few shadows and then ran away from quite a few shadows, because why wouldn't you? And yeah, helped someone bury a family member and got back for some sweet cash. And yeah, you've been back in or around town for a couple of weeks now. Hanging out. Okay. So you would have had a couple of weeks downtime. What do you think your characters might have been doing?
For Fraxinus, he would have spent most of his time taking advantage of the goodwill of Volrash, the Dragonborn cleric of Ayun, deity of knowledge, to study the arcane and divine scrolls that her temples collected in the area. Because I picked up the ritual move for Fraxinus, and I guess this is how I would justify that. So I would have spent most of my time in study.
Okay. What about Elevor?
I believe last time I established that I spent this time doing practicing with shapeshifting and other stuff like that to basically get a point of preparation that I'll be able to spend on whatever his next life-threatening adventure is.
Well, that's all of them, isn't it? say, you know, you've done some personal time around town. Most of it's fairly non-stressful. But then something happened. Duh, 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 duh. So, I suppose we could just alternate here. So, David. Oh, okay. Coming from multiple directions, you bump into each other and fall to the ground. Your pursuers are nowhere to be seen. David, cockatrice or cloakers?
Cloakers.
Okay. Mike, streets or underground tunnels?
Streets.
And why, David, why have they stopped? I can give you a minute if you like.
Yeah. I think it's something narratively interesting here. The sun came out from behind the clouds.
Okay. Cloakers with a very fearful sort of moan when they're following you in the streets of Fallcrest. You don't normally see those things in town. They're generally down in deep caverns and ruins. Let me get Cloaker stats up. Okay, but you know it's been a rainy, mildly stormy sort of day. Mildly stormy. Sounds like a Twitch channel or something. So you know the clouds are going to move again. You've only got a minute or less probably before they come out because for some reason they're hunting you. Maybe they're just hungry. But what are you going to do? You're in the streets of Fallcrest. It's getting towards evening.
Oh, they're after you too?
Yeah, I seem we were being chased together, unless I'm mistaken about that.
It's up to you. You can think of a reason either way.
Got you. Well, they seem to be they seem to be coming out from all over town. If they're afraid of light, then we should let's see.
Well, don't have much left of that. And I point up at the setting sun, low on the horizon.
Right. What would be the? I guess if there is like a particular really well lit part of town, places where they.
Probably the main street. There's sort of regular torch posts and lanterns and stuff. Most of the other streets are not.
If there's a particular place that's known for having a lot of Dragonborn, I would want to head there because if nothing else, maybe Dragonborn maybe they could be provide additional lighting with their natural breath that they can't like necessarily like summon all the time, but of course I can. So
there's probably like a little plaza with a fountain and a statue of some Dragonborn hero from the wars 60 years ago or whatever. So yeah, you can say that there's that in Fallcrest.
Yeah, maybe something with like a statue that could be ignited if provided the proper lighting, like like a
bloody vandal.
I don't know, an eternal. Well, I was thinking more like an eternal torch sort of thing, but rather than just set it on fire.
Yeah.
But I think that might be as good a place as any to make a stand.
Yeah. So we'll say that there's multiple plazas and statues, but one that's well lit. It's got the Dragonborn in the area, so you're heading for that.
Yeah. And I'd also like to go ahead and ignite ignite my firepower, my burning brand, as it were.
Go for it.
Yeah. I also take the form of cougar.
So mid-40s lady. No. not that sort of cougar. Okay, the other side. Okay. Are you still on the ground, or are you going rooftop to rooftop now? Or
Or he absolutely like gets up on the roof. So he can pounce down on the cloakers who are sort of floating. We're probably below the rooftops, but above the street.
I think Mike may have frozen. That's all right.
Oh,
are you there,
I'm
Mike? You froze for a second.
But I will
Surely
need to
good.
roll for that.
I think he's having connection problems. We'll just let him go.
Dealt with that
having a lot of connection
too.
problems here.
That's all right.
Oh,
It's an excellent start.
yeah. So I rolled a 5. So I do take the form. But I basically only get 1 special ability plus you get to make your move. And I mark an XP.
Yay! Okay, so I'm going to go change the environment. I'm going to go hard in the first move. That's a bit rough. So yeah, the storm starts. So it starts raining. So it will be slippery up on the roofs and on the ground, but not. Yeah, it's only just started. But the weather is turning worse. It's gotten colder. You guys, you two can make your way to the fountain area. Look, Draxinius. Maybe your parents sort of half named you after that character or something.
Okay. So yes, I did activate my burning brand. I only got 1 modification, so I'm going to remove the dangerous tag since we're in the middle of Fall Crest, which means I basically just have like flaming hands.
It's just weird having fire and not setting fire to everything. Have you sure you've read the manual?
Well, you know.
Alrighty. Okay. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. So, give me a couple of these 6. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 6. Okay. So, you're in the plaza. There's not. We'll say there's like a young couple who are young dragonborn couple. Now I can get it right. That are there having a chat, sitting near the fountain. You two come out, and 6 cloakers come out from the alleys in the area. Elevor, what are you doing?
Sorry, where are the cloakers again?
So they come out from like the dark alleys.
Elevor is waiting until one gets past where he is on the rooftops, and then he's going to pounce down on top of it, with the idea, hopefully, of pinning it to the ground in front of Fraxinus. If he doesn't kill it outright.
You want to look impressive.
No, I'm just like, the idea, like, I'm trying to kill it, but also, well, my primary goal is to hurt it. My secondary goal is to leave it in a position where Fraxinus could get a killing blow.
I don't think it's hard for you to actually pounce on it. It's more how to do it while looking impressive, not slipping off the roof. So, this is Defy Danger Charisma. Because it's about making it look good.
Hey, great start so far. I do not look good. That's a 6. 5 plus 1.
You got +1 for charisma, did you?
Yeah, the 5. I got a 2 and a 3 for
okay.
5 plus 1.
Sheesh. All right.
Two more of those and I'll level up.
So your options are you can get it, but it claws you at the last second. So I'll dish out some damage, like 3 points of damage, or you can miss it, but obviously that doesn't look as impressive because you kind of landed safely next to it.
I'll take the damage.
No. At the last second, they went because they do have quite long claws. Okay, Fraxinius, what are you up to?
But actually, when it claws Elevor, there's a sort of a flurry of motion, and the cougar becomes Elevor's human form again, and he takes no damage using the shed ability, where when shapeshifted, I can choose to revert to my natural form to negate damage I take.
Nice. All right. Fraxinius, what are you up to?
Okay, here's a question. Is it basically like close to sun? Is it basically sundown? Is that why the sun went away, or is it just like a clouds?
No, just some clouds, but you've probably got 10 minutes or less. It's close to sundown.
Oh, okay. I don't happen to know any. I don't happen to know any rituals that would enable the delay of sun movement or anything like that.
I don't think so. No, it is a well-lit area, so you can.
Very well. What I will do is I'm going to stand at the foot of the fountain statue. Is the statue currently ignited?
Yeah, it would be, because that's why people meet there. It's well lit.
Okay. But I think with my burning brand, I'll basically just try to make a show of intimidation, just try to wave my arms around to just indicate that just to try to maximize the glow of the fire that I generate as much as possible to try to give them pause if they're thinking of just rushing me.
I guess it's defy danger.
And also looking around in case I need to ignite anything in an emergency. Not that I want to, but if I have to.
Because it's not really parlay. It seems more like defy danger charisma, I guess. Although you could make an argument for another stat.
If I'm just trying to kind of make a case for constitution, since I'm kind of just trying to make a show of my ability to generate fire.
Yeah, all right. We'll go with it.
All right. Let's see.
Well, we'll try to see how you roll.
Exactly. I'll call this put on a fire show. Generated a 9 total.
All right.
So that's one use I would presume. So I've got two uses left.
Yeah, what does it actually look like?
Well, since it's it probably since it's it takes the form of a weapon, but it's only hand range. Maybe just maybe it takes on the appearance of I don't know, spiked gloves, maybe, where the spikes are actually crackling embers.
Okay, cool.
And I'm basically just trying to wave it around, kind of if not exactly Bruce Lee style, something similar, something where the afterglow of the fire might still linger even for a second in the night air.
All right. All right. So the sort of two closest to you, sort of. Oh, hang on. Yeah, they sort of back a bit. So, but the other ones that kind of look like they're more trying to get around to the side. So the Dragonborn couple are kind of sort of close behind you.
Oh, I should probably call out to them too to tell them to if Maybe I think I'd yell at that they fear bright lights. So if you have the if you have the flame within your gut still, as Dragonborn, I don't think they just they don't breathe fire at will, if I remember correctly. This might be a good time to let it out. Otherwise, run for cover.
All right. They're worried. They hold hands, sort of go back to back, and let out lightning streams, which makes Cloakers going for them sort of back up a bit. And then they sort of glance at Elevor. Camera pans to Elevor. Elevor, what are you up to?
I've basically only got one trick still, so in combat. So.
But they might not know that. You could try and bluff them.
Let's just look back over my abilities.
Just as the Alchemist Fire, you could just adventuring gear. Yeah, you could Alchemist Fire them.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Make a noise, yell out for the militia. Oh, no, it's up to you.
Ooh, that's what I should do next.
I'll use a spend an adventuring gear to pull out a vial of alchemist fire, and can I light it and throw it in one?
Yeah, volley. Yeah, go for it. You trying to go for one, or you kind of get an area to deny how they're coming at you guys?
I think we gotta hurt one of them. That's the only language they'll understand. That's volleys plus dex.
Yep.
This will be famous. Not as Valley. Ooh! 6! Gonna level up real fast.
Yeah, you're having the wrong look I had last week or last time.
I didn't fail a single roll the first session, but I've more than made up for that these last two.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So I think you missed, but it was close nearby, so it's kind of cut off some of the plaza that you can't get to now because it's on fire. So it's limited your avenues of escape. It has limited, an angle they can get to you as well, but yeah, you didn't kill one with it, unfortunately.
Oops.
Okay. I think two of the cloakers are trying to come from sort of above the statue, so come in from behind to get Fraxinius. Fraxinius, what are you up to?
All right, since they're coming at me, I am going to here's what I'll try to do. I'm hoping I can pull this off before they get to me, but I know it's a bit of a risk. But I'd like to pull a Zuko move and try to bend the flame that's currently coming out of the statue.
Okay.
Out of the statue's mouth, and kind of turn it into I'd like to turn it into shape it into a, from just an extended flame shooting out to a halo that I could eventually command to expand and kind of create a perimeter of fire and light.
Okay.
Now that's going to require a lot of feel, so I'm probably going to need to, reinforce it somehow soon if I can pull this off. But at first, I want to see if I can bend the shape of the fire in the first place.
Okay.
So that's going to be a roll plus wisdom, which isn't as great as, but that's kind of what I want to do. So I'll just say Zuko. See if I can Zuko this thing. No, absolutely not. I generated a 6. So something happens. Something goes awry.
Maybe. Yeah, so maybe the Dragonborn couple are sort of fighting some off, and one of them yelps because it gets hurt, and that distracts you, so your fire doesn't go out as coordinated, so it sort of wobbles a bit.
Gotcha.
Um,
It also leaves me kind of defenseless to those two that are charging me because I spent my time on this gamble.
Yep. So, Elevor, a cloaker kind of goes out of the flickering shadows and goes bang, and engulfs Fraxinius. It hasn't constricted him yet, but he's going to be in a lot of pain shortly. What are you doing?
Turn into a wolf and pounce.
Okay.
There we go. That's an 11.
Oh, nice.
11 to shapeshift. Still have to roll 2 kicks mass if I can do that this turn. Still.
Yeah.
Okay. Fortunately, that's not going to be nearly as good of a roll.
So you're trying to go for the one around Fraxinius. There's one sort of moving towards you. It's in wolf form. Let's see.
Oh, exactly as good of a roll. Another 11.
Should have turned a wolf to bloody start with.
Sometimes you have to ramp up to these things.
So I deal my damage and avoid their attack. I sort of leap with open mouth and just crunch down on the cloaker as it tries to envelop Fraxinus.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of defenseless to you because it's doing all its stuff internally. So it's about to go shh with him, but it's exposed. So bang, you can just rip it to shreds.
5 damage.
Yeah. That's fine. So you tear that one to shreds, and the other one's, oh, hang on. It's a bit more wary to stop charging in. Fraxinius, it got very cold and dark, and you feel claws, start to dig into you, and then you hear a wolf's growl, and the cloaker sort of slumps and relaxes around you. But you can see one moving towards Elevor, and you can see one moving towards the Dragonborn couple.
Okay, well that's very fortunate because I was concerned that if I got totally enwrapped, that could have very well extinguished my flame. So there's if the I'm gonna hope that the couple the couple's not gonna be able to defend themselves, but Elevor's got to be closer. So I've unfortunately, since the range of my brand is very very limited, I'm going to try to just grip onto the cloaker that's kind of trying to get close to Elevor and see if I can attack him.
Okay.
And just hope that I'll still have time to get to my fellow Dragonborn. So that's going to be my intelligence. It's a +1, I believe. Yes. I'll just label this fire attack. Yep. Oh, look at that. Big attack. Big numbers there. At least as far as the attempt.
That's right. Just tell me how it looks when you kill this thing.
I think since I described this as a flaming form of spiked gloves, I think I just punch it. I think the embers that were shooting out from my knuckles, or maybe even claws, since I am a Dragonborn, just kind of ignite all over, kind of spread all over the cloaker, and maybe not all over because I don't have the dangerous tag to it, but it definitely just burns through to the other side. Let's call it that. And I've got one more use.
All right, so you've killed 2. They injured 2 other ones. I think the cloakers would go at this point. I'm going to say I'm going to say they're trying to drag off the male Dragonborn. Two of them have just sort of grabbed him and they're hovering off. Elevor, you want to do something? You're still in wolf form, I think.
Yeah, let's pounce again.
Okay.
I try to take one of them out at the very least.
I mean, it sounds like hack and slash, unless you got an argument for something else.
I mean, my primary goal here is to free the Dragonborn, not to kill one. That's sort of a secondary goal here. So it's up to you. I can see it going either way.
It's already defended because he's already been taken.
Probably defy danger or hack and slash, one of the two.
Yeah, you did say. Oh, is it defy danger? The danger is him getting hurt.
Yeah. Or like me putting myself in danger or whatever. There's lots of things that could go wrong with this maneuver.
Yeah. So probably Dex.
Defy danger Dex. That's no better for me than strength. Okay. Ooh, that's a 4. So getting close.
So you stumble with that to finish.
Getting close to level 3.
One more bit.
All right. So it's like one of them saw you pounce and just sort of rolls up and engulfs you. So you fall to the ground wrapped in this cloaker. Fraxinius, you have one action before your friend gets clawed severely. Although, you can claw his way out as he lives through it. They don't do that much damage.
Yeah, I am going to hope that...
Now, I will point out the other one's, carting off the struggling Dragonborn.
Exactly. And
your friend's going to the ground wrapped in a cloaker. So.
Right. Now, Elvor's my buddy, but I'm also... I think at this point, I'm going to trust that Elvor can take care of himself for at least a little bit longer. He was pretty hardy in the fight against the shadows of the last session. So I want to stay focused on preventing the capture of the Dragonborn. Is anyone approaching the other Dragonborn, the presumed mate or friend or whatever?
Yes, but you're closer.
Okay, so my concern is if I run after the ones carting off the male, then the woman may very well be vulnerable to attack as well.
No, she is coming to help, but you're closer. That's all. Well,
I see. So we're both heading towards the guy. Yeah. I will go ahead and again. I think I'll just try to. Still got the flaming mitts. And he's a blue Dragonborn, so I'll assume he's not immune to fire.
I was thinking they're both brass, but lightning breath.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. They bring. Okay, gotcha. I will drop my burning brand and just try to. I'll try to grab him. I'm not very strong, but I think at this point that's the best.
What are you talking about? You got 16. Yeah, heaps buff. Oh no, that's the example. You got 8. Holy crap.
Expect to be stronger than true cloakers, but I'm hoping I'll at least make it tough enough that they'll just give up.
So this could be defend.
Would that require a roll necessarily?
You've got the fire claws or not?
I dropped it because I didn't want to burn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case it would, because it's not as afraid of you as it was before.
Gotcha. Okay. What shall I roll?
I kind of think defend.
Okay. So that's can you remind me what the defend roll
Con.
is again? Oh,
just
okay.
Roll con. Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Well, I like con. Con's a uh, hang on to Dragonborn. Or I should have said defend Dragonborn. Well, okay, a 7. It's not a 6.
All right, so you got one hold
Yes.
you can use. So you're trying to get him the other Dragonborn free.
Oh, yes, right. I get spend one hold, my one hold for one of these. I could deal damage and hope that scares him off, but that would only be like 1 point. I don't think that's going to be enough of a disincentive. So I would prefer to redirect the attack from this Dragonborn to myself.
All right, so it's annoyed at you enough that it's going to try and grab you, and it's let go of the other one.
Yeah.
Right, so the one wrapped around Elevor has raked him with the claws for a whopping 3 points of damage.
I will just take that. I won't shed.
Yep. All right, but you do get to try and break free, or just bite it and hope it dies, or
yeah, I'm going to tear
else.
it apart. Tear it apart from the inside, or try at least.
This is definitely hack and slash.
Yeah.
Can't. Okay.
That's a 9. I must mind prepare on this one. It's not worth it.
Okay, just damage. Yep. All right. It's you wound it enough to go. Yeah! So it is.
5 damage.
Yeah, your damage.
Yeah, I dealt 5 points of damage to it.
Oh, okay. Oh, and it does attack against you. It's not going to engulf you more because it's wounded. So I think it's just going to be straight up damage. Don't need a second dice once I get used to this. Oh, I'm rolling terrible, which is in your benefit. So 2 points more damage. But yeah,
Don't have to roll too well for Elevor's hit points, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not engulfing you anymore. It's wounded. I think it's going to flee because they are sentient enough to go. I'm going to come back later. I'm not that hungry. Okay. So, yep, they're going to flee. You can attack them or just let them flee.
I don't have any way to attack them from a distance, really. So I don't think I'm
chuck a rock at them, but yeah, you don't have to.
I pop back into human form, bleeding from a number of scratches that transfer back over to my body,
Okay.
and sort of look around and limp back toward Fraxenus.
Okay. Fraxenus, yeah, they're fleeing. You can attack or just let them go, or
I will not. I will simply help the bronze dragonborn on the ground to his feet. I don't happen to recognize this couple, do I? From my night of partying with my last carousal with the dragonborn of Falcrest, do I?
sure. We'll say they're a mid-30s couple that have been in town 10 years or something.
Okay, good to see you again.
And very much you.
Yeah, are we all right? Elevor, how are you? Oh, yeah, I see that he's
What?
not so well.
Well, I've been better.
No, yeah, you are better because you healed up once you transformed, right?
Well, some of it.
Yeah,
Some of
yeah. I'm wounded.
Yeah, do you? I can. I think we're. I don't think we have to. It seems like we've taught those cloakers the error of their ways. Are they sentient creatures, by the way? Cloakers? I can't
Yeah.
remember. Oh, they are.
As intelligent as dogs, so.
Oh, okay,
You can-
but not like goblins or orcs or dwarves. Gotcha.
No, they're not.
Oh, yeah, it seems like now this might veer into spouting lore territory, but it seems like they just came up. I don't know. Was it just a random infestation, or do they
Well,
duplicate?
you could roll spout law if you like. You wanna...
Yeah, in fact, I would, because I'm kind of curious about what could have provoked them to come up now of all times. All right. Well, I generated an 11, so I guess I come up with something interesting and useful.
So on a 10 plus, the gym will tell you something interesting and useful. Okay. I'm going to say they have mating season this time of year, so they're more active, and like the other half of the year, they're more sort of hibernate or whatever.
It was bad enough where we almost got enveloped by cloakers. We got enveloped by horny cloakers. That's
Well,
gross.
yep, hungry horny cloakers. Yeah. Okay. There's another Twitch stream. Okay. So
as far as I can tell, maybe they could just be, I don't know, trying to pull down kills to promote their as a demonstration of their
prowess, yeah.
Yeah.
Being chosen as a mate. Yep.
Oh boy. Let's we should get the word out. That it's cloaker mating season seems to have started a little early. I'm guessing. Does that sound about right?
No, it's just that time of year and people have forgotten because there's
okay.
There's always something happening, or they don't know that much about cloakers, but you're in the know.
Well, I think when it comes to lore, I think my inclination would be, we should probably tell the town guard, and also we should probably alert Valrush, because certainly this is something that'll be, well, yeah. I don't think I don't think Frexinus is at the Falcrest is too big for its britches stage yet.
No.
So I would be inclined to share that knowledge with Volrash so that she knows to tell people to educate people on the cloaker situation.
Right.
What do you think, Oliver?
The Dragonborn couple, thank you both. We're just going to go home. Thank you both very much.
Yeah, I'll see you at the next Dragonborn meeting or whatever, the lodge gathering or whatever we do.
Are you, Elevor, are you going with Fraxinius to see Volrash?
Yeah, I'll, well...
I do have a question.
No, actually. I want to talk to some animals, some birds and stuff like that, to get a sense of intel about have they seen cloakers elsewhere around town and the outskirts of town, etc. Have some conversations there. I don't know if that's certain realities or parlay or what.
I mean, there's always going to be some birds.
It's always birds.
Are you offering anything, or are you just going to try and talk to them, or
how
are you getting their attention?
I've always got a little food to offer.
Okay, so you do have some leverage. Okay, so this is parlay.
Okay. All right. Charisma is decent. Sort of hoping for a failure there, but I got an 8.
I think they want some of the food first, and then they'll start chatting with you.
Sure, happy to give some food over.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say there's some magpies. No, not magpies. Let's go some cardinals. So some cardinals come in, you give them some food, and they're like, whoop, he's dropped out. We'll give him a sec. Yeah, I mean, what are you asking about?
Cloaker sightings. Have they seen them around town, or out in the area surrounding the town? Have they seen maybe where they're coming from, where they're coming up from, stuff like that?
Okay. They have a bit of a debate about what it is you want until they sort of settle on what cloakers actually are, because it's not
Yeah.
a word they use, sort of thing. But
No, I
after
would describe it. I'm not my first time communicating with animals.
yeah, it's so yeah, they say they're subterranean. They come from caves below town or in the hills and stuff. And yes, I have seen some around town the last 2 nights. Not like hundreds, but like 10. There's probably 10 around town, roughly. That's if they can count that high.
Many, but not many.
Yep. Okay. Ta-da, and he's back.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. It's
My
all good.
connection's kind of pretty spotty today. Hopefully this doesn't get too annoying.
It's all good. Okay. Are you going? All right. So yeah, the birds tell you that. Are you doing anything else? Or are you going to sleep up a tree out and chat to the birds until you fall asleep, or?
I mean, I do sort of want to take a rest at some point, but no, I want to explore town to try to find where they might be coming from. Talking to animals along the way if necessary, but using the information that the cardinals gave me, try to find, like, is there a crack or a gateway or a cave entrance, something like that in town that they may be coming out of, so like the human can set guards, etc.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed what did Elevar learn from the birds?
Not too much.
Okay.
Just say coming up from underground, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is a cave that they're coming out of. 15, so can't find the map. Yes. Anyway, there's some caves beneath. Well, there's multiple caves beneath town, and you can figure out the one you think they're coming up from.
All right. Then I find Praxinus and help inform the town authorities that maybe they should put some guards on this particular cave.
Yeah, it sounds like a great idea.
The short-term problem solved, we can then start thinking about a more long-term solution to this.
So I'm rolling terrible.
What was the report we had of problems in the caves under town that we passed on the past 2 sessions?
So there are catacombs beneath the town. There may be something profitable down there. There may not. There may be something dangerous down there. There may not. There's just a general reward. Well, no, there's not a reward for that one. There's just go and try your luck. You never know. There's a cleric of Avandra that was just saying there's been reports of caves down there. See what you can find out.
Well, I hope if the cloakers are only coming out of this cave, that a strengthened guard would be sufficient to keep the town safe from horned cloakers.
Well, you're going to hope that, but you know.
Do you want to go under and investigate more thoroughly to see if in fact what we're thinking is true, or
maybe the militia are they note down your report and they yeah, we'll look into it, but they don't seem super interested.
So
of course, yeah. Sorry.
I propose if we're going to go under, we should do some recruiting first, and try to hire at least one strong sword arm to, if not a couple, to come down with us.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. And it's only a matter of time before some freelance exterminators get down there. And if there's a catacomb to explore, we should, better it be us before them. But yeah, that sounds like a good call.
Okay.
Either of us can roll that. We're both equally charismatic.
Okay, so it's probably like 7 at night at this point, so you can certainly go to the various taverns and ask around or whatever. So you're trying to roll recruiting. Where is it?
I'm happy to assist on this point as well.
Oh, do you want me to make the?
Maybe you can roll and I can assist or something like that.
Yeah, why don't you roll?
I can roll and you can assist if you want to do this.
I feel like I should aid and you should do the full assist. I will need another link to the dice room though. I lost that when I dropped out of the stream the first time. All right. Cool. So and again, an aid is
plus bond.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be +1.
Now, are you saying we're going down in the caverns? Are you offering a share of the treasure?
I think yes. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. We're offering a share of any of the treasure and rewards. Let's say our offer is 1/5 of the treasure.
Okay.
And we're willing to go to. I'm willing to go to a third if we have to, but I'm not going to leave.
Yeah. Bargaining 101. Okay. Well, you mean you got +2 to the roll anyway, so yeah, go for it.
Yeah, it looks like I can give a +1, but I've also exposed myself to some kind of danger, retribution, or cost in the effort. Maybe the 5th comes out of my share.
All right, that's an 8 + 2 or for 10.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, there's a couple of mercenaries that are happy to go down with you.
Yeah, we take the pick of the best. Pick out the best, most reliable applicant.
All right. So you just want one?
I assume that they're not going to want to split that 1/5 share, and we don't particularly want to continue to subdivide.
Sure, I think no, because you rolled a 10, so yeah. They're competent but not bright.
I think one extra sword arm will just be really helpful with given that there's just 2 of us.
Yeah. They're ready to go down. Okay, so yeah, you got a sword arm. All right. So yeah, they're like, all right, are we going now or like tomorrow? What's the plan?
Tomorrow.
This will be.
Yeah.
Let's drop that again. And I'm gonna make this a gnome. Name generator. All right, so you've recruited a gnome. I'm just going to come up with a bloody awful name. Yeah, that'll do. Bit of flail. No, he's got 2 flails. He's dual wielding flails.
I think we spend we put out the call in a big tavern, and a bunch of people like willing applicants come up and advertise themselves. And a lot of these are just like dumb 16-year-olds who are jumping at the chance for adventure, or
Yep.
there's like a fighter who's missing an arm and is like, no, I'm so good. And then Callier shows up and he interviews well, and we go through the rest of the line and then call him back over. We both look at each other and say, the gnome.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's a gnome who makes a living as a fighter, he's gotta be a good fighter if he can pull that off.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's done a few patrols of the area and that. I kind of think there's a few dents in his helmet from where he's hit himself in the head with his flails. Because if you're wielding 2 flails, sooner or later. But yeah, all right.
So he doesn't have like the red cap, the traditional gnome red cap.
No. Okay. So Calliur's like, I heard you guys went to the Sword Burrows. Was that true, or was that?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of shadows up there.
Yeah, a lot of fallen warriors. We were almost 2 of them.
Okay. So was it you're in a party of 10 or something, or?
No, just us. And the priest we were escorting.
Oh, okay. But yeah. I'm very impressed. At least let me buy you a drink. And he buys you an ale or a fruit juice or a wine or whatever.
That's very kind.
Okay. So yeah, when do you want to go down? Like tonight, tomorrow, next week?
Well, I think I'll be feeling much better first thing in the morning.
Okay. All right, we can just skip to the next morning if you like.
Sure.
So you rest.
Yep. So I believe I can heal up to half my hit point max, which is 7 points, which takes me back up to full.
Yeah. I'll just have a quick bio break. I'll be back in 5. Just had to feed the dog and let it out. Okay. Yeah, the last couple of days we had fog in the morning. It's a bit weird. We don't get it very often here. We get, I don't know, maybe 20 days a year. So yeah, I think after this session, I'll email all the people interested in that have signed up to any of the games and say, we're still going. There's still 5 sessions left.
Right.
Because some people will drop out because they can't make the next 2, but it's like, no, there's still 3 after that,
Mm-hmm.
Trying to encourage them to jump back in or whatever. Okay.
It'll be fun to get a full party together.
Yeah. Just, I like playing with 2, but with 3, there's just a lot more interaction.
Yeah.
Okay. I was running Liminal. I was just thinking because I got my stuff spread out over 2 screens. At one point, I was running Liminal and Pearl was playing on her phone, and I'm like, God, that would be awful. There's just so little to look at. You'd have to, sort of minimize the screen and scroll constantly in any document.
I was tempted to try that out after because of all my dropouts.
Yeah.
So hopefully I won't have to.
I mean, you can turn down the resolution on the visual because we're not doing Uber displays or anything.
But
I generally put it down to low definition because we're not putting up lots of maps that people are going to need to look at all the time. So, but I played for a couple of years where like Puckett and Mendel just had profile pictures. They didn't even have the video on.
Yeah, let's try this at low definition. We'll see if that reduces any problems.
Okay. Your character doing anything to prepare before going down? You would have rested, so.
Yeah, so I've got full adventuring gear. I've still got a healing potion if I need it, an antitoxin. I think I'm okay. So you get half your hit points back if you get a few hours rest. Okay. All right, welcome back. You got a few hours rest, you get half your hit points back. So half your max hit points, I should point out. Okay. Elevor, are you doing any preparation stuff before you go down to the caverns, or?
Where is the? Let me bring up a list of goods. Anything I want to purchase?
Yeah, I mean, there's dungeon rations, there's adventuring gear, there's specific stuff like an alchemist's fire or holy water, silver.
Yeah.
I don't suppose there's anything like baked armor available, is there? I don't think I'm not really the armor type anyway. I was just trying to think of something that might be advantageous to wear if you're expecting creatures that attack by wrapping themselves around you.
You could get a bag of books. That might be your style.
Oh, you know what? That's right. That what's the end game effect of that?
5 uses, 10 coins, 2 weight. When your bag of books contains just the right book for the subject you're spouting lore on, consult the book, mark off a use, and take +1 to your roll.
It's not a bad idea, especially I don't know if you'd be able to use it on rituals, but yeah, you're right. That does seem like something. What does a bag of books cost go for these days?
10 by the book at least.
Sure. For the bag of books, and we'll call that 5 out of 5. And does it? How many weight points does it register?
2 weight.
Okay.
I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'll just say, if there's a fight, you put any excess stuff you're doing, you put it on the ground. You don't worry about it. It's only when you say, "Oh, I'm carrying 10,000 gold," it's like, no.
I suppose I'll stock up in dungeon rations, even though I don't really need to eat.
No, but you could use it as food for like parlay leverage and stuff.
There's only 3 coins in 1 weight, so.
Okay, looks like my character's at half capacity, so yeah, bag of books.
I've already got some poultices and herbs. And some armor and stuff. I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. I think as Elevor is heroically marching or strutting down the street or whatever, there's some of the ravens with the human eyes watching him.
I was wondering if they'd followed me down or not.
Well, they're watching you go through town at this point.
Yeah.
But
they followed me down from the sword barrows.
Yeah. They definitely did. You've seen a few around every now and then, every couple of days. Okay, so you meet up near the tunnel's entrance, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to here. Okay. Okay. So, you go amongst some sort of hilly area and you find your way down into the caves. So it's you two and Caliu. No names. Okay. It is, what's it like? So it's rough cut stone, light grey stone. There's kind of stairs for a little bit, a rough path more like it. So the tunnel goes down over 30 feet. And then sort of comes into a intersection. You're coming in from the south, you can go east or north.
I mean, this early on, there's not much of a point other than to curse the absence of Vigil Silver Adder.
So you want to go north or east? It's dark. It's fairly cool down here.
Let's say north.
I'll spend an adventuring gear to light up a torch. Although, Praxinus can handle that himself. We don't need to spend adventuring gear to do that.
Yeah, I can. Well, you might want to, because remember, I like after. Well, here's a question: if I light up my burning brand, like, does just maintaining the fire, will that gradually use up the 3 uses that I?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That's not. I'm not going to be that nitpicky.
In that case, yeah, I'll go ahead and form a, maybe. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what weapon might work best underground. Are these tight quarters?
It's probably about 10 foot across, 7 to 10 foot.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just keep it to a short sword, because I was thinking about extending it to like a spear shape, but I don't know. I worry about like that being too long if the passages get really tight. So let me just roll my Zuko and see what's what, or my burning brand. Oh, that's not good. I didn't do very well. You might want to light up that torch, by the way, because I just rolled a 6. I just generated a 6. I mean,
congratulations. I'll light up the torch. It'll probably drop when on the ground when I shift forms, but
at least it's reliable, unlike me. Does anything particularly bad happen when
I think you might like stumble on some rocks and a bunch of other rocks put down, and it's not that it caves in or anything, but there's a lot of noise, so the monsters know
gotcha.
you're here, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh well. Do I still have a burning sword though?
Sure.
Or do I? Okay. Yep. In that case,
maybe you're lighting up the dark like a nice big target, and you've let them know you're here.
Am I? Do I get any? Do I get to choose any tags? Sure. And at 7 to 9, I get to choose 1. I don't know if I still get to choose 1 or.
Yeah, you can choose 1.
Okay. Then I will. Let's see. Do I want?
So you head north. The tunnel sort of goes northwest for a bit and then northeast for a bit. And yeah, they're sort of rough cut, kind of like rough mining tunnels. At this point, you're probably several hundred feet below town, because it's all sort of fairly downward sloping. And then, hang on, what's that? 9. Oh yeah. You hear sort of noise every now and then. There's a bit of a smell, musty, dank, musty smell.
Does it sound and smell familiar to me from my knowledge of animals?
Sounds like you're trying to do a spout lore.
Works for me. 6. My int is +1. 8 + 1, 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You're pretty sure it's zombies. Tell me when you've come across zombies before.
I mean, Nentir Vale is not the most civilized place. So at certain times of year, when like the moons are in the right alignment or something like that, zombies tend to sort of just like wander in from long forgotten graveyards, battlefields out in the countryside, and just sort of wander into the outskirts of town, which is where Elevor lives. So he has heard the deathly moan of shambling zombies in the past.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're hearing it again, and it stinks like them too. The delight of rotted flesh.
How big are the tunnels here?
Like 7 to 10 foot. It's sort of, they're all rough cut. They're not smoothly made or anything. So there's a tunnel to the east and tunnel to the south. We can go back the way you came.
Which direction do the zombies appear to be coming from?
The east, but it is a bit of an echo, so you're not 100% on that.
So do we want to? I can't get the accent to land. Do we want to hunt down the zombies or avoid them? We're after the cloakers.
I say we approach them. If there's zombies, they may very well be coming from those catacombs we heard about.
I think it's frozen. Just give me a second. Is it going? Yep. All right. I think Calier is like, we can take him. We can take care of zombies. He gets his flails out dramatically. Alright, just give him this mic a second and come back. He's having trouble connecting, I think. And just check on Slack or email in case he's messaging. Okay. Oh man, they're just clearing out some spam emails. They never end. Alrighty. Let's give him another minute. I think.
if worse comes to worse, we're at a position where there he is. Okay.
Sorry about that. I've opted for the phone.
I was gonna say, if worse comes to worse, we're at a position where we could break and cut back next week and could drop in another PC right now if your internet issues are too great to deal with.
You just roboted.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Okay.
I did, or
is this connection bad too?
No, yours is all right. David's is just
Oh.
roboted audio, but it seems fine now.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, I was just saying that if you're having persistent issues, we're at a spot where we could stop now and like drop in another PC who just is with us because we're not in the middle of anything. We're just about to enter something.
Oh yeah. If I do drop out again, feel free to just pilot me.
We'll roll with it. That's all right.
Yeah.
So there's tunnel to the south and zombie noises / smells to the east.
Sorry, what was to the north?
Tunnel to the south.
Okay.
And then another one to the east where there's zombie noises and smells.
And we came from the south.
No, you came from another one. Another way. You came from the west.
Right, I think we just decided that despite some minor misgivings by Elevor, we're going to go fuck some zombies. Sorry, forgot for streaming.
Oh, did you want to avoid this?
I mean, he didn't want to avoid them. He's just like, do we need to? But the other two, you and Callier, were both excited about it. So
okay.
I'm going to turn into a bull. I don't think zombies are anything I want to be biting down on with a wolf maw or anything like that. Seems like something I want to headbutt.
A vole?
Bull.
Oh, that makes more sense. Because I'm thinking a vole's like a mouse, so what? Okay. All right, so yeah.
That is 4 for which is going to level up.
Wow.
Slightly too late. But
right,
no, I shapeshift, but something bad happens.
I think, yeah, you attract attention, so we will go. Just roll this. 6. So 6 zombies amble towards you.
It gets a little darker as Elevor. No, a little dark as he turns into a bull and his torch just sort of falls to the ground and starts burning a little bit on the dank floor.
Jolly good. All right, so there's 6 zombies. Elevor's just changed. Fraxinius, what are you up to?
I think he's just. I'm just remembering that having my burning brand only at hand rage is probably not the most appetizing type of armament to take against like rotting zombie flesh, but
it's appetizing to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the best I've got for now. I'll see if I can whip up something a little more appropriate.
So they're shambling along the corridor. Sometimes they rip off their arms and throw them at you.
You
so
know.
You can see.
Yeah. In fact, I wonder if I should. How much distance is there between us at this point?
Only about 20 foot.
Would there be enough time for me to try to reignite my burning brand into something like a spear, something a little more appropriate for fighting?
Roll and see how you go.
All right, let me. Let's see. Oh boy.
You know what? No, you can just say it goes from a sword to a spear.
Oh, okay. And in the meantime,
go for it.
The link to the rolling room.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think getting a flaming spear would be what I do before the zombies get to us. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, so you can change it to a spear, and then you're either going to have to chuck it or hack and slash because they're right in front of you.
Okay. It looks like I'm not able to get into the dice rolling room. I don't know. Someone might need to roll dice.
Okay. So just, are you going to chuck it or are you going to hack and slash or?
Hack and slash.
Or are you going to defend the other two and let them do stuff?
Oh, that's
I mean, I'm going to charge. I'm no.
We
I'm
can't
no person in
defend
the
him
background.
then.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm lowering my horns and hoofing it down this hall.
Literally. All right.
And I believe since I rolled a 1, I only charges my special ability as a bull, so I would only basically I'd probably pop back to human form after doing this.
Okay.
I would have to change again if I want. But here's all. Should I? Is it hack and slash or something else?
No, I think it's hack and slash. You're just trying to smack into them, crush them against the wall or whatever.
That's a 6 plus 0. Yeah, I practice shape shifting and all that, so I will use my preparation here to turn this into a mixed success.
Okay. So you do damage. Okay.
Six points of damage though. Rolled max.
Oh, nice. All right. So you smack one against the wall. It's basically it'll crumple to pieces. However, two of them have grabbed hold of you and they're not letting go.
And then I just immediately shift back into automatically, uncontrollably shift back into human form at that point.
Okay.
And I assume they managed to get me in human form too. But
well, they're not. They're no longer physically holding you, but they are right next to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Fraxinius, no, don't do that. Crap. I rolled an 8 for you. So if you want that for your hack and slash, or
yeah, I think that's what I would have intended to do. Adding my +1 for intelligence. Well, it's still the same category, but
yeah, still yeah. So what do they do? They don't really have like a special attack. It's just yeah. So there's there's two on each. There's one on each side of both of you. So they're in close basically. You can't get away without them clawing at you and stuff. I suppose I could roll for Calio anyway. Let's have a look. Oh, 6. Oh, so Calio's like spins his flowers around. Come at me, and they just completely ignore him. They're just like, no, we got food here.
Not a lot of meat on those bones.
He's disappointed that his show of prowess was met with ambivalence. Okay. I guess it's back to Elevor.
Yeah, I don't like being surrounded by zombies any more than the next man does. So again, because I've pretty much got only one tool in my toolbox for combat situations at any rate. I am going to shapeshift into a mole and we'll scurry away.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go rat. Rat's fine. A little bit better.
Like a corgi-sized rat or like a rat-sized rat?
Rat-sized rat. I'm looking for something small that can slip away.
Yep.
The point is to escape, not...
Yep.
Really save a roll, right? Oh, I can't do that. That's a 9. So yes, you let me know if I need to roll something else, but this human standing flight being honed in my zombie suddenly whoop, down into a little rat and scurries away on the floor.
Yeah.
Back towards
No,
safety.
I mean, you don't need to roll anything else because they're zombies. They're strong and they've got numbers, but they're not quick physically or mentally. So they're just sort of looking for you. Brains. Okay, Fraxinius, there's two of them trying to grab you. What are you doing?
Well, seeing that the retreat has been ordered, I think I'll just do what I'll do is I'll just like kind of do a measured retreat myself, just using my flaming spear to keep the zombies at bay and just backing away slowly, hoping Collier's follows our lead because I don't want to lose him, and just slowly back away and see if the zombies follow or if there's a certain point where they just stick to their territory.
It sounds like Defy Danger Wisdom to me. You're using sort of foresight, mental. You're not running for it. You're changing position to get into a better spot.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
I think my wisdom's I think it was a +1.
Yep. Oh, you want me to roll? Sorry.
Oh. I do have a
Holy crap. I rolled a 2.
another point. Another experience point. Let's see if I can add that to here.
Okay, so following your lead, Callier and so you and Callier are in a cul-de-sac. You've backed into a dead end, basically. But I can easily rationale that Belivor is not in there with you because he's a rat. He could easily have just scurried out in a different direction. So you've got them in a pincer movement is another way to look at it.
I mean, yeah, I'm bowling again. Is my plan.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's 4 zombies trying to get to Fraxinius and Collier. I'll just roll Collier again, see how he goes. That's a bit better. All right. So Collier's going to hack down one with his flails. Bash. Yeah, bash down one with his flails. So there's now only 3 zombies. So there's 2 zombies down the corridor. There was 4 in front, and there's 1 now down. The gnome and the immolator sort of got their attention though. So if the bull wants to charge at them from the side, go for it.
Yep, that's the plan. I gotta roll the shapeshift again though. Moment here, I'm actually saving some rolls.
I mean, you can go into a bear or something if you don't want to be a bull.
No, it's a 10 for shapeshift.
Yeah.
And then I charge. This hack and slash.
Okay. I'll give you a situational +1 because they're focusing on the other 2. And they're not the brightest anyway.
Not enough anyway. I rolled a 5.
Okay. What have we got?
I'll survive. I'll level up, but this is ferocious clatters. This bull comes charging down the hallway. Horns lowered, ready to trample some zombies, and the ground here is uneven. Broken cobblestones, and he sort of trips and sort of sprawls in an enormous clatter, rolling end over end past the zombies instead of the tremendous impact.
I mean, you probably bump a few out of the way because you do take up a decent chunk of the corridor, but you also suffer 4 and 5 damage reduced by armor from them hacking it or smacking into you with their claws.
All right. I will negate the larger of the 2, so I take 3 damage after armor.
Okay. Okay, Fraxinius, what are you doing?
Cornered into this little cave dead end. I think all I can do is just like like just kind of swing my spear wildly back and forth and just try to hack my way out of being cornered.
Yeah, all right. Hack and slash, go for it. Let's have a look. Wow. I'm rolling terrible. It is actually, yeah, I'm just making sure I did actually change rolls. So 6. Hang on. Do you get a +1 or anything when you're using your flaming sword, or?
Well, I get a +1 for my intelligence.
Right, so that would be a 7 then. Okay, cool.
Phew.
So, you hack down one of them. I just roll 1 dice. All right, 5 damage against you as a zombie smacks into you.
Okay.
Because they're strong. They just kind of bash, and you get bashed into the wall. But well, reduced by armor. If you got any?
I don't think I have any.
But I thought you said you picked up some armor when you were at the shops and stuff as part of prep.
Oh no, I was toying with the idea of looking for like some kind of spiked armor, but that's not really. That's not.
Yeah,
really.
you could have grabbed some light armor for 1 point or whatever. That's easily gotten. You had the time, and we did discuss going shopping, so it's
How much would that go for?
I think it's about 10 gold. It's not that much.
I do have that spare, so all right. I'll go ahead and I'm just updating my sheet accordingly. And I'll assume that's like, I don't know, probably 1 weight point. And then the damage will be now 4 instead of 5. All right.
Mistake of searching for armor, so now it's giving me every single creature's stats.
Oh.
Where's the gear list? Yeah, leather or chainmail is 1 armor, 10 coins, 1 weight. Yep, that's what I thought. You said you went shopping. You knew you were coming down here. You had prep time, so it's quite feasible. We're not.
Cool.
Okay. Let's roll for Nomi. Come on, Nomi. Roll good. Oh, helps if you get 2 bloody dice. And try that again.
There we go.
11, right. I'm going to say he smacks down 2 because they've got bugger all hit points. So, there's 2 in the corridor. You can, there's multiple exits to take other corridors, or you can try and finish them off. You could go south or west, which is where you came.
So the zombies are all gone here, or
no? There's 2 to the east. But they're like 20 foot up the corridor, so you could get rid of them, or you could just go south or west, which is the way you came in from.
Well, we should probably finish them off, right?
I'd say so.
All right. There's only 2, so I'll just say that's fine. You can finish them easily enough.
Okay.
But you guys have been fighting and stuff, so you can't argue you've stealthed into the dungeon because you haven't. Anything with ears would know you're down here.
I pick up my torch again. Is there anything where the zombies were? Any signs of anything informative or valuable?
One of them had an old sort of belt pouch, which had a letter in it.
Oh. I'll take a peek. Assuming we get that torch lit up again.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, it's a letter from someone in your family discussing a murder.
In my family?
Who was? Yeah. Doesn't mean someone in your family was killed. It's just someone in your family was discussing the murder of somebody. Who was killed?
Oh, I see. And this question is for me? for my character?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's say. I think let's say the Dragonborn who was kind of surveying this area before, and this is the reason. That's the reason I came out here, is because that last one was definitely murdered or just died.
No, they were murdered. It was, yeah.
Oh boy, you know what? That might be. I don't know if I want to. I actually think that's something that might have happened in the city I had come from. Yeah, not here.
Okay.
But I think I heard about that happening in. Let's see. I guess I would have come from. Where did I come here from?
Let's have a look.
I suppose maybe like a coastal port town.
Okay, I mean, there's also Winter Haven or Hammerfast.
Oh,
if you want something closer.
Yeah, you know what? I'm awfully. Oh, do we know about Thunderspire Mountain? That whole underground thing.
Yes.
Okay, definitely there, because I remember when I was playing 4th edition, that was my favorite setting in the Vale. So, yeah, definitely someone in our family who was who was like a merchant there, who was trying to trade in goods from the underrealm. Got killed.
Yeah, someone in your family found out they got murdered. It wasn't an accident. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Shall weave that in later. Okay. Aside from that, there's probably, there's sort of old rotted clothes. There'd probably be 36 coin. And like a pouch of old herbs.
I was also making note of the loot, and we'll divvy it up later.
Sure.
Like that, pouch of old herbs. Is that poultices and herbs, as in the item?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right. So, where else, or where are the other options or places we can go? I should probably be drawing this out.
You got two tunnels to the south and one further to the east.
Just a moment.
No worries.
And the east was where the zombies were coming from.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna start map.
You won't get lost, don't worry.
Okay. To saving questions down the road, can you just briefly describe? So we walked into the dungeon. And
you came in from the west at this point.
We came in from the west.
Yep. You're in a kind of big, long east-west tunnel. You can keep going east where the zombies come from, or there's two separate tunnels going south.
So from the entrance, we went east.
Yes.
Okay. And we found zombies. And it keeps going east, and it goes south from here.
Yeah, there's like a tunnel to the south, and then a bit further on, there's another tunnel to the south.
And then from the entrance, there's also we could have gone north.
From the entrance, there was initially another tunnel going east, but it wiggled around to get to where you were.
Well, we came in from the west, you said.
Yeah. Because it went west, and then it went north, and then it went west again.
Okay, so I'm just going to draw two tunnels going to the west, then the entrance and the other one.
Yep. You pass the first one, and then in the second one is where you have the zombies and the two southern tunnels. And
well, we're not here for the zombies. Are there any like burrowing animals around down here that I would be able to talk to for information?
Okay. Probably not. There might be insects. Most sort of mammals and reptiles would get the hell away from the zombies because of the smell, but yeah, we could say there's some insects. There's some like beetles and stuff. Can you talk to beetles?
If they are native to the plains.
Yeah, well, most beetles would be, yeah.
It just says any animal native to your land or akin to one whose essence you have studied. It doesn't say higher animal or anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Beetles may not be maybe less informative than a smarter animal might be. So I guess I'm sort of bend down and start sort of squeaking and chittering, basically saying, describing a cloaker, and basically saying where.
Yeah, there's a bit of back and forth where they try and get the hang of what you're talking about because you all look like big things to them.
Yeah.
But they're kind of saying down that way, and it's like the second southern tunnel.
All right. I relay this and suggest we proceed that way.
Sounds good.
Yep. All right. Head that way, guys. Some fairly well south, but it's all rough cut stuff and not super flat. For about 100 feet, and there is a side passage to the west, or you can keep going south. The side passage has a smell of aniseed.
The smell of who?
Aniseed. It's like birdseed. It's as a neutral sort of smell.
Oh.
A little bit like licorice.
And we didn't smell that from the first southern passage?
No.
I do love that smell. Let's check it out.
Sure.
Let's hit there. Opens up. The tunnel wiggles for a bit and then comes out in a 20 by 30 foot room. There appears to be some sort of altar in the middle.
Oh boy.
It is quite dark in here.
Are there any other exits from this room?
Not that you can see.
Okay. I'd like to look around to try to discern some realities here.
All right, wisdom. Yeah, okay, let's go.
That's a 10 plus 2.
Bam. Smashed it. All right, you got 3 questions.
What should I be in the lookout for?
Cloakers. This is definitely like one of their nests.
Mm.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
Well, if there's an altar here, generally people offer it stuff, so there might be something of use to somebody. It may not be, palatable to some people, but, depending on what they're offering, but...
And what here is not what it appears to be?
Could be a couple of things. The darkness isn't natural, and also the fact that there's nothing here besides you guys isn't what it appears to be here. There's something else in the room.
I sort of stand in the doorway and say, very quietly, "Cloakers, light it up," and then I turn into a bear.
And steals your picnic basket.
Okay.
Okay. Is Fraxinius doing anything? Or
I think I still have at least 1 or 2 uses on my flaming spear.
okay,
Yeah, I'll immediately look above to see if kind of like brandish my spear up to see if I can see anything. I would guess if I were a cloaker, I would be like clinging to the ceiling to drop down on us on prey. So do I say anything like that?
yes.
Okay, in that case, I've got my spear aimed upward, and I'm waiting for them to drop down and ready to skewer them.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So there were 9 up on the ceiling, kind of hanging a bit like bats. 5 of them are asleep. 4 of them sort of slowly gliding down.
I see.
So there's kind of 2 coming directly for you and 2 slightly behind them towards the back of the cave coming forward.
Yeah, I might even like fall to a knee just to give maybe that extra split second of space to skewer them before they get to me.
Okay. So you're trying to scare them?
No, I think I'm just gonna wait for them to come to me. I'm assuming they're just gonna attack.
Yep.
I will maul one of them. Or try anyway.
All right. So yep, they so there's 2 going for Fraxinius, 1 for Culver, 1 for Elor.
That's a 7 on hack and slash.
Do damage when enemy makes an attack.
Only 1 point of damage though.
What sort of bear are you?
So after doing some quick Googling, they're kind of reference to the lost population of plains grizzlies.
Okay.
So
Decent size.
yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm limited to like plains animals, not forest animals.
Yeah.
So.
So they're kind of the same size as you, so they're not going to engulf you. So they're going to engulf. So the one you claw at the last second decided to go for Collier instead, so he's got 2 against him. But you can still maul the crap out of it and roll your damage.
I did 1 point.
Okay. No strength bonus, nothing. Oh, you think you'd get a lot more with a grizzly or something, but okay. Maybe
my damage dice does not change when I shapeshift. What I'm supposed to get, the special thing, and we've sort of been playing fast and loose with this, but I'm supposed to get a move with the new form that I can then, a special move that I can make to spend one of the hold I get from assuming it to do.
Yeah.
But by base, my stats don't change and my damage dice doesn't change. So I'm still rolling +0 and doing 1d6. Now I'll probably take a move at next level, either Red of Tooth and Claw, which will increase my damage die when I'm something dangerous to D8, or Form Crafter, where when I shapeshift I get to choose 1 stat to get a +1. So if I can buff my strength when I'm going to bear, or buff my dex when I'm going for something for Dexy, but rules is written, without taking any of that. The only special benefit I have is the move.
Yeah, so I think it moved away from you. So it's only like the end of your claws got it. All right. Fraxinius, 2 of them are floating down towards you, trying to grab you.
Yes, I'll try to skewer them as they approach me. Hopefully, hoping I can extinguish them before they wrap around me.
Okay. Go for it. Oh, you have to roll. Sorry.
Yeah, if I 2d6 +1, please.
This is ridiculous. I'm going to roll again. Right. Right. You got a 12.
Okay.
So, you can expose yourself to do extra damage, or you can just cleanly hit them.
Since there's two of them, I'd like to hit both of them and expose myself because I'd like to eliminate both if possible.
Okay. And no, I didn't want that. Crap, what did the 8 roll? 7. Okay. Bam. Yeah, so you kill them both. You just hack them down with your sword.
Phew.
I didn't expect that. Okay. Kalia. Let's have a quick go at Kalia. Bloody dice. Kalia's flailing away, literally. All right, so Kalia's been enveloped by one of the cloakers, because he is definitely smaller than them. Elevor, what are you doing?
I'm attacking the cloaker that's enveloping, or one of the cloakers that's enveloping Kalia.
Okay.
So that's a 6.
6.
That's a failure unless someone can do something to help me get that extra point.
I'm gonna. Yeah, the only thing I could think of is if I'd be able to even just maneuver my spear just so that's touching that cloaker, not necessarily to do damage, because I'd worry about.
No, you can do that. I mean, you're clear. You killed the 2 you were fighting. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case, I'd happily aid the assist to get Elevor up to.
All right. I guess the danger will be is you wake up the other 5 into the ceiling.
Oh, sure.
So let's roll at 1, 10. So that's fine. You didn't wake them up. You lended help, and yeah, you got Kalia out of there.
Phew.
So there's.
So was he trying to free call you, or was he trying to assist me?
Is assisting you.
Okay, yeah. So then I roll. Yes, that makes it a 7. So I roll my damage. I take damage. I only rolled 1 point of damage, so. That's
all right. It's still enough to make it shudder for a second, so he can try and get out of there. So there's 2 of them are cut down, 2 are wounded, and there's 5 asleep on the roof.
Well, if the half that we killed were the male half, that would kind of solve our problem, wouldn't it?
Not necessarily. They may will be simultaneous hermaphrodites. They just have to breed with somebody else. But but yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, are you going to keep fighting, or are you going to try and just cave in the entrance and run for it? Or
I'm doing all right, and this is what we're here for. Might as well push a little. Try to clear out this nest and loot whatever's here.
I think Kelly is going to chuck up an alchemist fire. It's the gnome way. All right. So 2 of the ones on the ceiling are on fire. Fraxinius, what are you up to? You can smell burning rubber.
Yeah,
because that's what their flesh burns like.
Yeah, I don't have the alchemist fire, but I could conjure a vial of oil from my adventuring kit, and
you can get alchemist fire from an adventuring kit. That's what I did the last time.
Oh, it is? Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, I definitely do that then.
All right, that's volley.
Have our way at see if we can eliminate the entirety of the nest. Sure.
So volley. So adding dex, no mods. Oh, come on. 7. Okay. So okay. So you can move into a spot placing yourself in danger. So like you set 2 of them on fire, but one of them's close to you, or you just miss.
I will take the former.
Okay, so Elevor, there's Fraxinius chuck the Alchemist fire up, set 2 of them on fire, but there's one really close to him about to leap on him. What are you doing?
Try to maul it.
All right.
I am a bear. That's what I do. That's a 9 for hack and slash. Jesus. Another 1 on damage. I rolled good damage early and got it all out of my system, apparently.
Okay.
I probably get his attention and more than anything.
Yeah, which is good because otherwise it would envelop him. Hang on. Yep. So it's stopped trying to get him, and it's now coming straight for you.
Do I take damage or?
Claws. No, it's focused on you. You've drawn the aggro.
Okay.
Fraxinius, what are you up to?
If it's, I'll go ahead and try. Actually, I think at this point I need to read. Actually, no. I think I've got one more use of this spear, so I will try to.
There's rocks on the ground. You guys just bash it with a rock. I mean,
no, that's fine. I don't mind just reigniting the. I don't mind refiring up the brand next, but I think I'm just going to try to skewer the one that's heading towards Elevor.
All right, you got an 11.
Okay.
So, cool. So yeah, you can run it through with your fiery spear, and that's it. They're all on fire, dying, and or dead.
Right.
So there's still 5 sleeping. Is there a way?
No, they were on fire from several
okay.
Alchemist fires thrown up there.
Great. Okay.
So yes.
Yeah. Does the dark, unnatural darkness of the room fade, or does that?
Yes. Over about 30 seconds, it just seems to sort of dissipate, and you're back to regular torchlight.
Yeah. Search for treasure. Weird. Examine the altar or whatever. I guess Hexinius might.
It's all discern reality, so
yeah.
Go for it.
Fraxinius, you want to roll it, or I can?
I could do that, and in fact, I could even take a. Actually, can I rather spout lore, and maybe even consult my bag of books to see if I can identify the religion that was the date, whatever deity may have been worshipped here.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll roll for discern realities then.
Yeah. So I guess I'd be rolling +2 for spouting.
Yep. Okay.
I got an 11.
Too many bloody tabs open. Okay, shut that. So. So spout law becomes 9. And a 7 and 9 GM and 2 something interesting. Well, yeah. This is an altar to Vecna, the evil god of undead, necromancy, and secrets.
Oh boy. That yeah, Volrash will not be happy to hear that. No.
Okay, so Elivor's looking around the room and maybe
Yep, you were rolling discern realities or something?
I got an 11.
Okay.
Fraxinus tells me that maybe after a minute or two. So I mean, the first question I have though, I'll describe in plain language and then say what question I think it is. It's basically like, is this the nest of cloakers, or should we be on the lookout for more other cloakers that are threatening the town? And what should I be on the lookout for? Maybe, like, are there signs of there being enough cloakers here to represent that the problem is now done, or is it clearer that this was clearly not all the cloakers?
The former.
It looked like we've dealt with the problem.
Yeah. There are, multiple other tunnels down here. You definitely haven't explored all the catacombs, but the cloaker problem, you think you've sorted.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
There's a convenient, you can slide the top off the shrine and there might be something in there. Or there's, slightly burnt cloaker bits you could sell to an alchemist.
That should mean I'm back in human form, obviously, for doing this.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, you could still do it as a bear.
Put bear glasses and
this bear's scratching its chin, having a good look around.
And for the third question, so like we're thinking about looting the altar. Can I? Basically, I'm like, it's what is about to happen. Basically, is what I'm asking. Like, trying to figure out, like, is something bad going to happen? Is there something about the altar that might explode or curse us, or something? Any signs that I can tell of anything that suggests that?
Looting it isn't so much a problem if you put holy water on it or urinate on it and basically be disrespectful to Invector's side, then you might get cursed.
Is this actually anything valuable?
We have to slide it open. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Because if there's treasure inside, it's probably not going to annoy the god, but if you're disrespectful to the god on the altar, it'll know.
No.
So
I say let's not pick any fights we don't need to pick.
I don't think there's a trap or anything on it. As long as we can restrain ourselves to only some respectful looting, I think we'll be clear.
Yeah, we're repurposed, and we're certainly not urinating anywhere. How does our gnome friend feel about that? Is he
disappointed? Very disappointed.
He really wanted to pee on the altar.
Yeah, it's a fine gnomish tradition, but all right.
You can do that on your own time.
He's like, I think we killed its servant, so
So we shift the altar aside.
Yep. Let's have a look. Oh, come on. Jeez, I'm rolling terrible in this thing. All right, so there's 42 coin in there.
Okay.
And there's some notes on the mayor of town's activities.
What? Mayor.
If you want to make up something they've been up to, some sort of vice they've been indulging with or something, then this person who wrote these notes has been watching the mayor.
I see, and giving secrets to the god of secrets.
Yes.
What's
I would suggest there's something interesting that might give a hook. I suggest that the mayor has been meeting with someone that he maybe shouldn't have been meeting with.
Like bandits or something, or a cult, or
yeah.
You can't decide right now. You can have a think about it, but yeah, you've got some goods on the mayor.
Okay.
Yes, and there's various vials, test tubes of blood. It's not all human blood. There's plenty of knife marks and blood on the altar as well.
Ah.
Again, not all human.
All right, well, an alchemist might be interested in some of this non-human blood.
Yeah, are we taking samples? Are we gonna get forensic on this?
I think we just take it to the alchemist and ask them to identify it and then see what they want to buy.
Yeah.
All right.
We also take some of the gather up some cloaker bits.
Yep. You can easily tear stuff off as a bear or whatever, and
we don't really know where at weight because I can always just shift into a mule and
Oh no, it's not that bad because they're not actually very heavy. I figure if you get a cloak and you shove them underwater, it's basically a manta ray. So they're not actually heavy because there's no skeleton as such. It's mostly just flesh. Okay. Yeah, so you've gotten the treasure, cleared out the cloakers. You can keep exploring, or you can, head up.
We haven't
let's see.
actually catacombs yet, have we?
No, there's still heaps of tunnels off.
Yeah. So we can go that other southern tunnel if we want. We're still in decent shape, or we can call it a break.
Well, I've been hurt a little bit, but not terribly bad.
Yeah, I've got some light damage. If you're down 7, I can 6 or 7, I can heal that with some herbs and poultices.
I'm actually only down 4, so I don't think I've been terribly wounded yet.
Okay.
Now, how do you feel?
I'm down 3, 11 to 14. So,
okay.
If we're down any more, I might want to heal myself, but I think I'm good now.
Yeah, we could at least explore one more tunnel. I take it our gnome friend is okay, doing all right as well.
Yeah. Disappointingly looks at the altar. It's really hanging around to pee on it, but no, he's able to keep going. All right, so keep going south.
Sure.
Okay, the tunnel sort of keeps going south and then turns east again. So what is there?
Are we continuing down the tunnel, or did we go back to the other tunnel? I just want to, for my note.
You kept going further and further south, and then it turns east. It's a long east-west corridor, and there's like little alcoves in the middle, which you can sort of investigate more or just keep going.
Obviously, we're going to investigate them.
Okay. There are stone coffins.
Oh, here are the catacombs. Can we tell who's buried here?
Let's have a look. It would probably be what the hell? I'm going to say it's gnomish. So these are gnomes in stone coffins. So it's all gnomish, which just where you hide a gnome. That's all right. And yeah, Collier says, yeah, these are from like 300 years ago. Yeah, some of these look like people tried to get out. There's sort of claw marks in the wall where people. So whether they were buried alive, whether they were criminals or they were cursed or diseased or something, but yeah, it wasn't. They didn't willingly go to rest.
That's a terrible fate.
Doesn't seem very no. Does that seem like something that gnomes would do, or is it something that was done to the gnomes by someone else?
It's not the normal gnomish way, but then again, it was 300 years ago. We're nicer than we used to be. Yeah, but there's sort of 12 alcoves on the north and south walls of this east-west tunnel. You can hear water dripping further to the east.
And all of them seem to be gnomes.
Yes, they're all small size.
Okay. Well, Elivor, do we want Collier to take the lead? I mean, these are his people. Do we want him to take the lead on whether we pry in further or leave them be?
I mean, I see no need to break open tombs inhabited by the Walking Dead just to loot whatever fragments remain. But
Can't imagine the looting would be very rich.
you never know. But it seems needlessly risky, aside from the disrespect.
I think we're on,
All
the
right.
same, I think we're on the same page here.
Yeah. All right. So colours. Oh, we can keep going. We'll rest them, and
It is
maybe there's one down in the corridor, and you sort of pick that up and put it back in its alcove, and try and be respectful about it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Keep going east.
sure there's an interesting tale to be written later about this area.
Okay. There's a door on the north wall, or you can keep going further east.
So let's mark dome coffins. So the door on the north wall.
Yep.
And it keeps going east. Let's check out that door. See if it's trapped or something.
It is locked.
I don't know that we're gonna be. I don't know if we're gonna be able to bash it down.
Yeah,
I know.
We can make a note of it if we do know a rogue who's probably not getting drunk at this point.
Yeah, we could. Well, right. Yeah, we could. That's right. Yeah, if we don't find your friend, then we could always just, maybe hire another specialist. But yeah, I think, like you said, noting the location for now seems to be the best thing to do.
All right, we can keep going east then.
Okay. East, it winds its way back upwards, and you come out in some woods near town. So it's another entrance to these catacombs.
Well,
Do we want to, as players, do we want to say, your characters go up with a view to possibly coming back down the catacombs another time? Since it's only sort of half an hour left of the game, we can.
Yeah, I'm going to call it here.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's still plenty of entrances and stuff to go down the catacombs, but it's safe to exit at this point since you found a second exit.
Yeah.
And we can see if we can get one of the others to next time. Okay. Jolly good. All right, so you go. You can make your way up to town. It's dark and cold because it's autumn, but you're alive. You vanquished a cloaker nest. So at the end of the session, blah blah blah. Did we learn something? I don't know. Did you learn something?
We learned that the mayor's up to some wacky hijinks.
Yep, and someone was watching him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we know someone's. That's right. We know that person is a worshiper of Vecna.
Yeah.
So or at least pays their respects to Vecna at any rate.
Yeah. Overcome notable monsters. Yeah, the cloaker nest. Yeah. So loot memorable treasure.
Burning cloakers, definitely memorable.
Yep. So you get 3 points from that.
Great.
3 XP from that. Where is?
Definitely didn't grow anything today. This was straight up dungeon crawling and ripping and all that.
Yeah, I don't think I particularly touched on my bond with Elevor. Didn't really didn't spread any dangerous ideas.
Well, that's just the specific stuff. So what do you got? Level's good. So
Oh, right.
ignore danger to aid another. Eh. Did you ignore danger to...
Unless if you want to count the Dragonborn couple.
Yeah, I mean, you're both trying to help them, so Elevor will get a point for that. Fraxinius, reveal corruptions, break an unjust law, defeat a tyrant, reveal hypocrisy. No.
Although I feel like what we learned today might lean towards that in future episodes.
Yeah. You've got some evidence to help with that, but you haven't actually done it yet. So, okay. Yeah. All right. But I mean, if there's something your characters want to do back in town, you could possibly role play and explore your bond there.
We could talk about how we how do we feel about the mayor? Do we well, we probably what do we know about the mayor? Like what's our general impression? Or maybe we should just what do we know about?
I mean, is he embezzling funds for his gambling hobby? Is he cheating on his wife? Is he?
I like that he's meeting with someone he shouldn't have, which provides a hook for a future adventure.
Yeah, but what we do with that information could depend on just what our general impressions are of the mayor as a person, as an entity. But I don't know if that's something you want to like just flesh out. I can't remember if Falcrest even has a mayor.
At least I do now.
Yeah, right now. Exactly.
I think the mayor's shuffling money to Lord Kautor is a sort of heir of a noble family.
It's like is it kind of a tribute thing?
Yeah.
Like,
Keep him on side, but not.
And that's secret?
So maybe Lord Kautor's got some sort of protection racket or blackmail or material on the mayor, so the mayor has to give him money illegally.
Ah.
The mayor has been paying bribes and or protection and or tribute.
Is he a good leader overall?
He's all right. He tries to do some good, but he doesn't go out of his way. But then again, he doesn't have all the funds because he has to give it to Lord Kautor, so he's a bit hindered by this situation, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I kind of feel like this. I think Frexinus might be inclined to just kind of let this one be because I figure a government that's bloated and corrupt, at least hopefully what is bound to fall on its own on its own merits or lack thereof sooner or later. I don't. Yeah. At least as far as like my character's particular concerns are, I don't think the mayor is much of a threat. No, Elevor, how do you feel about it? Do you even care? To what extent do you even care about all this city folkin?
Well, it doesn't seem right to me. The mayor's supposed to be protecting the town and paying all this money to some other bloke who's not doing anything to protect the town. And who knows? Maybe it's just not right. Some people suffer because of this.
Are you going to try and talk to the mayor, or just sort of keep an eye on him, or maybe talk to Lord Kautor, who's apparently getting money?
I think this. I'm not the type that's march in and confront. Especially, we're not exactly big shots or anything. I think it's something more to investigate down the road rather than immediately try to resolve. Do we have any notes? I presume the person who wrote this down didn't sign their notes on the mayor.
No.
Uh, anything noteworthy about the handwriting or the style or anything like that?
Let me just try something. Yeah. What is this page doing? Nothing. All right. It's in common. Well, it'd probably be in a code, but you can decipher it because you're bright enough to do that. But it's still in using the common alphabet, and it's a male's handwriting.
I mean, that might, if anything else, it might be worth investigating who the spy is, and who it is that's giving up secret knowledge to Vecna. That might be worth knowing, if nothing else.
So one thing we could do if we want is one of us could start talking very loudly in the taverns about how we looted a shrine to Vecna, and see if that draws someone out of the shadows.
Are you looking at doing that now, or is this like a plan for future?
I'm just tossing it out there as an idea.
Might be a little blunt. Plus, I don't know if we want to like tip our hand that yet.
So I'll note it down as a possible option for later.
Yeah, let's keep spitballing ideas to bring out the Vecna worshiper.
What is your bond with each other?
My bond with Elevor is that he has felt the hellish touch of my fire, and now he knows my strength. So basically, it feels like how powerful, good or bad, my power seems to be, and where Elevor does with that is up to Elevor. It is one of those bonds that is wide open to interpretation. Like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Are we actually friends, or what that means?
Yeah.
And my bond with Fraxinus is the spirit spoke to me of a great danger that follows Fraxinus. So I think there's just a lot of unease beneath his jolly surface about this friendly pyromaniac.
Well, that's a fair point. I don't think I've I think I'm assuming that I myself don't know what you're talking about, and that you're just being paranoid, or just being like a sensitive druid or whatever.
I absolutely mentioned. I've said like birds don't like you, like just like a random stuff that but it sounds like Elevor being weird as usual.
Right.
Well, you notice the ravens with human eyes around more when there's Fraxinus is nearby. It's like they're watching him.
Oh.
All right, that's all right. So you can get up to town. You can rest overnight, get your hit points back and such. Did anyone go up a level, or?
Yes, I did.
Ah, cool bananas. So you still first, Fraxinus, or?
I'm second level.
Okay, I'm now third.
Ding.
I'm close.
Jolly good.
I know the next move I want to take is definitely going to be the one that lets me plant dangerous ideas in the minds of NPCs, so I can really start some.
That's right.
That's why I increased charisma.
That's really, I've been forgetting to increase my stats when I leveled, so I will.
Oh yeah.
That.
Can't forget that. Do you have an idea of what your next move will be?
Yeah, I'm taking Form Crafter. When you shapeshift, choose a stat. You take +1 ongoing to rolls using that stat while shifted. So like I'm no longer. I can actually like be better at stuff. Like I'm better at fighting when I choose a bear or bull, or better at sneaking when I, etc. But the GM will choose a stat too. I take -1 ongoing to rolls using that stat while shifted.
Okay. All right, cool bananas.
And someday I'll take a move that actually helps me fight. going for all the other ones first.
I do actually have maps for the dungeons and stuff, but yeah, I don't get people lost because it's not really interesting. I just say, you've been to this place before, or you haven't been to this place before.
Cool.
You got to kind of assume a reasonable amount of competence because it's not fun getting lost. So yeah. Alrighty. Any let's do do you want to do Roses and Thorns or Stars and Wishes?
I'm always a fan of Stars and Wishes. Myself.
Yeah. So I'll start. For instance, I liked some of the more creative use of the fire that you're getting up to, rather than just beating stuff with a burning sword.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but especially given our somewhat limited circumstances, it's good to see. For Wishes, hit us harder. When we fail these rolls, our rules is written, you can do way worse stuff to us than you have been doing. And
yeah. I mean, I did make the weather worth. I did have the monsters coming for you, and that.
Yeah. Obviously, the fact that there's two of us, you can't hit quite as hard as if there was three because we can't react as well. But
you're not dishing out the damage.
I'm saying I'm happy to for us to end up a little closer to the edge in some of these fights, especially when we're biffing like 8 rolls in a row. Like we should end up in shit situations when that happens.
Yeah. Plus, I think it'll be fun to at least have someone do the last breath.
Test. Yeah. All right.
As for me, I enjoyed. I'm kind of digging like the potential for getting into Fallcrest intrigue, especially if it, while it continues to be the two of us. Because I think we definitely have characters with different views. Elvor is definitely more altruistic, and I'm more about like population control, as it were. So I guess I'd like that there is between the two characters. My wish would be to kind of like get a better sense of like who the mayor is and the intrigue behind who's spying on the mayor. I think that would be interesting. But also again, leaving room for the dungeony stuff. And hopefully we can get another player on board. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yep. I'm gonna email them after this, so who's still interested. Another 5 sessions, try and even if you get one of them. But
half an hour beforehand is probably a little bit too late for people to say in most places to change their plans.
Yeah, because it's I generally put them all up like a month or two beforehand. Yeah. But I don't think everybody uses a reminder thing like I do.
Yeah. So I don't think everyone else added every single thing to my Google Calendar when I signed up for this.
But I'll just remind them and say, here's what we're doing. We're still going. We're having fun. Let's jump in.
We can also always half an hour beforehand, if some people aren't responding, post in the players channel.
No, I'll email them today, and if I don't hear anything in the next 3 days, and I'll say, okay, we've got 2 slots open or whatever.
Yeah, and I played Dungeon World like a little while ago. I played Dungeon World with some people from the Gauntlet, and that was a lot of fun. They were really fun players, so I should drop them a line to see if they might be up for this too.
Yep. Alrighty.
One more thing, just bookkeeping. We got 78 coin. By the terms of our agreement, a fifth of that goes to Callier, which doesn't break out exactly evenly, but that would be 16 coin to him and 31 to each of us. Probably 15, 30, and then that leaves 3 coins left over.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
That sounds 31.
Give it to the local
coin.
soup kitchen or whatever. Yeah. Alrighty.
And then I can just take a second poultices and herbs, since that's the sort of thing I think I would.
Yeah, you can buy regular stuff. That's easy enough to do.
Well, we looted it. So it's